We now want to take a look at how we can enhance eyelashes. Again, I'm working with a photograph that's been retouched, but we do want to do some work on the eyelashes. Now, we have a couple different techniques that we can use. In this case, where the shot isn't super tight on the subject's face, we can get away with using a custom brush. A custom brush essentially acts as a stamp where you're going to paint in a series of eyelashes with one click of the mouse. Now, you can create your own custom brush, or you can find brush packs on the internet. There's a ton of resources out there for eyelash brush packs. I did download one. I went out to the web. I found a set on obsidiandawn.com. It's free to use unless you're going to use it commercially. Then they ask for $3. So not a huge investment, but certainly can save a lot of time. And like I said, this technique works well for an image like this. If you get any tighter within the subject's face, then it has a tendency to look a little fake. But let me show you how this works so you can use it in your own work. So the first thing I want to do is zoom into this model a little bit and get a closer look at her eye. And I want to create a new layer. So let's come over to the Layers panel and add a new layer. Now, when you download the brush pack, all you have to do is double-click the file that gets downloaded, and those eyelash brushes will be installed in Photoshop. Now, looking at this image, it looks like there's already been some work done over here on the left-hand side, and we just want to enhance what's happening over here on the right-hand side. So we're going to choose the brush tool. B is the keyboard shortcut. And if we come over to the brush presets, we'll see all of those brushes installed into Photoshop here. And so what you want to do is you want to find a set that works well for the photograph that you're working on. And in this case, she's kind of looking towards the camera from the right. She's turned towards the camera a little bit. So we want to find a shape that works well for that. I'm going to come over here and select this. I'll start off with this brush. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I kind of want it in the other direction though, so I'll select this one. When I say other direction, I wanted the thicker side to be on the right side, not the left side. I'll go ahead and collapse this panel, and then I'll scale the brush down a little bit. And you want to just follow the arc of her eye. It won't be perfect initially, but you want to get close. So in this case, I'm getting pretty close. You'll notice that I have black as my foreground color. If you don't, you can press D on your keyboard to set the foreground and background colors to their defaults. But once you have it close to the shape of her eye, you just want to click. Now, you're not going to get it perfect. It's going to look really fake initially, but we can further refine this. And as you click this to stamp this eyelash brush, you can actually take a look at the eye over here on the left-hand side and see that it has been worked on. This eye probably has been worked on as well, but we want to further refine these really for demonstration purposes. So it's not perfect, right? It's not following the exact arc of her eye. So we want to fix that, and we can fix that by using the free transform tool. And you can activate that by using the keyboard shortcut Command T. It would be Control T on Windows. Now here you can rotate and scale the brush a little bit. I think it actually looks pretty good. Maybe it does have to be scaled down ever so slightly. But once you're really happy with it, you'll notice that it's still not following the exact arc of her eye. But there's another option here within the free transform tool that you can activate to get additional functionality. And that is if you right-click in the bounding box or control-click on the Mac. In the contextual menu, you can choose warp, and that will put a grid around the free transform box. And really what you get to do here is just click and drag to warp or reshape these eyelashes. So you really have a lot of control over positioning these eyelashes by using this technique. So once you're happy with everything, I think I'm pretty happy here, you can press return or enter to accept it. The only thing now is it's a little too dark. So I'm just going to scale, reduce the opacity a little bit. I'm going to click and drag this to the left so it becomes a little lighter. And there you go. It looks like she has longer eyelashes now. And again, as we look at this image, we can kind of see it's a little fake over here on the left-hand side. And that's because we have such a tight shot. But as we zoom out, you'll notice it begins to look more and more realistic. Again, you can drag the opacity down a little bit. You may want to scale it down a little bit. They are really long. But you're getting good results using a brush like this. You can get these results quickly and easily without a huge amount of effort, you are getting professional results. Now, looking at this, honestly, I'd probably scale it down a little bit more, but at the end of the day, this is what it looked like originally. This is what it looks like now. It's not really that fake looking. It does do a pretty good job. So in these types of situations, you can work with these brush packs. I will caution you from using brush packs for the lower eyelashes. In this case, this image has been adjusted already. We really don't have to add many eyelashes down here towards the bottom. Anything more than this will really start to look kind of crazy. But with lower eyelashes, the process is a little more tedious. And we're actually going to take a look at that in the next video, how you'd go about adding body to the lower eyelid with more eyelashes.